Hey guys, I've been getting this a lot recently. I think it's just this, maybe with the success of my trainers and my team. But people talking about how to switch from their career and turn their passion into their career. So I'm just going to make a quick video, talk about the main things that I did, with my head trainer Paul, and the things that I would do with other people, and the tips that I would give myself, 3-4 years ago. For anyone that's been following me long enough, you know that I worked as a primary school teacher. That was my job. I had a business degree, and then I went and got a primary school teaching postgraduate, and then was a primary school teacher for 4 years. Job that I loved working with kids, still love working with kids, but it wasn't my calling, it wasn't my passion. It also wasn't a job I hated, which means that it was harder to leave it. Because I didn't hate it. I actually really, really enjoyed my last job. I loved the people, loved the kids, loved the school. But again, it wasn't my calling, it wasn't my passion. So my main tips for people when you're switching over, your biggest jumping point will come. Tony Robbins talks about this a lot, that people have to reach a pain threshold to make a massive life change. And where it's grand, or it's okay is the real depth of true happiness, because you'll put up with something that's okay, you'll put up with something that's grand, but if you fucking hate something, you'll make a change, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a family member or a network. If they're fucking making you miserable, you're going to change it. Where the okay means you probably won't. So it's funny, because I was in that position. I was in a position of, yeah, it's okay, I'm happy enough to do this. So making the jump was a little bit harder, because I enjoyed it. I liked teaching. That being said, didn't get me up out of bed every morning. It didn't make me excited going to sleep, going, fuck, I can't wait to get up tomorrow, attack the day, whereas I have that now. It's one of those things that sometimes I don't even want to go to bed. I'm like, there's so much to fucking do. I was like, I don't even want to go to bed. I was like, this is exciting. I was like, I don't want to lose fucking 8 hours by going to bed, I never had that with teaching. I never had that when I was in another job, where I have that now, where I can set an alarm at 5 or 6 a.m. and get up and be like, yes, I'm ready to smash today because I love what I'm doing now. And the biggest tips I can give is, if you're in a position where you're not waking up like that, or worse, you're waking up with that Sunday dread or that Monday feeling, it might be a time to start figuring out what you want to do with your life and where you want to be. The path I've chosen is definitely not for everybody. There's people that love the security and comfort of working a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and if that's you, amazing, because you have found what makes you happy, and that's the most important thing. But for a percentage of people, me included, when you need that drive to get up in the morning to love what you're doing. So the first thing is finding out what your passion is. What do you love? What would you do for free? What would you do for the rest of your life if you had the choice and money was never an object? That's what led me on my path, was, okay, what would I get up and do for free every single morning? And I have that now. The job that I do, the making videos, making content, working with people that I love, prepping people for shows that I'm really, really close with, working with body transformation people, changing people's lives from a physical point of view, and the mental manifestation that comes with that gets me up every single morning. I absolutely love what I do. It's trying to find out, would you do that for free? If the answer is yes, then that's probably the path and area you should go down. That might be the flower industry, that might be hair, it might be makeup, it might be personal training, it might be fitness, it can be anything. What do you love to do? And then find a way to monetize it, find a way to make a living out of it. As in, the long and short of it is, that's what I did. I loved training, I loved fitness, and I had to ask myself every day, how can I make this a job? How can I make this a living? It takes a while. If you look at my bedroom, you can see that my fucking wall is covered in, notes, and there's whiteboards all over the other side, because that's how I think, and it's how I keep myself on track. And that's how I started originally. It was okay, how do I turn fitness into a career? What are the jobs that allow me to do this? It led to personal training, which led to, online business, which led to lots of different things. So that's the first thing for me. Number two is, don't make the jump willy-nilly. And it's funny, because you'll read a lot of self-help books and things, and they'll be like, right, cut your the job that you're doing and make the jump and go do it. The fear factor that you see on Friends, where they're like, you need the fear to make it work. I actually worked in the reverse. I made the transition as I stayed teaching for nearly 2 years while I was building a personal training business. You know, it gave me the comfort that I was able to pay my bills, that I could put a roof over my head and put food in my mouth while building a business. So my main advice is to start something on the side. You know, keep your normal job and then start building your own business or your own passion on the side. The reality is, if you love what you're doing, you won't care if you make money from it. And the irony is, if you're really good at what you do and you love what you're doing, you will inadvertently make money from it and make a living from it, because it's something that you're passionate about and people will pay you for the knowledge because you love what you do. That's just the way life works. I know it's the same with the people I work with in industries. I know they would do it for free, but they happen to be really good at what they do, so of course I pay them for it, you know. That's my second tip. And my third tip then is, don't let the fear stop you. I have an issue with fear as it is. You know, firstly, fear is a self-created thing. You know, it's not even a thing that happens in the present. This is what always drives me crazy about fear. And I learned myself. Arnold's quote, "You can't be paralyzed by fear," hit me, and I have it printed up on my wall here. It's something that doesn't bother me now, because the reality is, fear is something you have self-created. It's not even in the present. Fear isn't something that happened in the past, and it isn't something that's happening in the present. Fear is always something that's going to happen in the future. So something that may not even happen. So your fear, if you think of the worst case scenario of going and making your passion your career, the worst case scenario is you try it and it doesn't work. That is literally the worst case scenario. And you are in the same situation now that you were, or the same situation then that you're in now. You go back to a job that you're okay about or that you don't particularly like, but at least you have that clarity of mind to go, well, I tried that and it didn't work. You know, where this is where I sometimes argue with people and I go, well, if you don't try it, what's the worst case scenario? You know, you fail, you move on, and you're back in the position you're in now. You're just no further off. The reality is 99 of 100 people will make it work. Or if not, the one person that doesn't make it work has the clarity of mind to go, well, I tried that, I didn't love it, it wasn't for me, I'm actually happier where I am now. So they're really my top 3 tips. Again, this was kind of a video I just pressed play and just went for it. So I hope it helps. If you're somebody that's looking to turn your passion into your career, or get out of your job, or build your side business in something that you love or an area that you love, hopefully this video helps you. So please like and share the page. And if you've got any comments, put them down below and I'll be replying for the next 24 hours.